So it's difficult to know where to start really because you've had such an amazing summer, but I guess we'll focus on what's coming up this weekend because you must be delighted first of all with the filly. She's done very little wrong, hasn't she?
The filly is an amazing filly. She's done very well. It's nice to have a filly like that racing with our colours. Spoke to the trainer the other day. She's doing extremely well. He's so excited. He's so happy about her. I think we stand a chance this weekend. She'll be running against the same filly she ran last time. It'll be nice to see these two fillies competing against each other. The previous race in France, the two of them were fighting it together. Other horses were far behind. Two tough fillies to beat.
They really are tough, aren't they? And
yeah.
Pretty Pollyanna, you said, beat you last time. Any reason why you can turn that around, do you think?
I think the service will suit her more this time, Not underestimating the other filly. She's a good filly as well. But I think this time we've got a better chance. We're hoping to go and win the race this time.
And of course, she was a filly you bought into just before Royal Ascot and straight away got the return.
Well, absolutely. 2 weeks before the Royal Ascot, she goes and wins at Royal Ascot. She was 28 to 1, ran a great race, won it, came back again, won another Group 2, placed in a Group 2 again. So we're very excited to have her with us.
Yeah, I can understand why. And Advertise, I think he's quite well named because his trainer has been advertising just how good he thinks he is. That must have been brilliant for you when he won over in Ireland, funnily enough, the Phoenix Stakes.
Advertise is, like you said, trainer is very happy with the horse. I mean, he was very harsh last time, before going to Ireland. We went there, we knew that we were going to win the race. The trainer was so confident about the race. It's nice to win a race that names after Phoenix State, and the horse is owned by Phoenix as well. Been talking to the trainer about him, the reports that I've been getting about the horse, he's doing extremely well. Again, he's a good horse to have, and we expect him to come and do well this time.
And it's really difficult to go over there and win these two-year-old races in Ireland. So you kind of pulled off a little bit of history there.
For the last 21 years, no one has won it. No a British trainer win there and won the race. It was always dominated by Ballydole. And to go and win it, it was a nice feeling. I must admit, the team from Bollywood, MV and the others, they were very happy for us to win the race. They came and congratulated us, on the win. It's nice to have a healthy competition, so they were very nice about it as well.
You've got to start thinking towards next season's Guineas, haven't you?
For Advertise, yeah, if he goes and wins, we're going to give him a bit of a break, and then he's going to go for the Guineas next time, We're hoping next year for the Guineas to go with 3 horses, One of them is Advertise, we've got Magic J, we've got Kadar as well, They're all top horses at the moment. It's nice to... it's a problem that we're facing nowadays, having good horses 2 years old and we cannot place them all in one race, but it's a good problem to have.
It really is a good problem to have, and also a problem for you this weekend because we mentioned you've got runners in Group 1s in England and in America. You're opting to go to England, but of course you could have gone to New York for Gronkowski. How are you feeling about him taking on the best of America and indeed Dubai in the Jockey Club Gold Cup?
Talking to Chad at the Keeneland sale, he was very excited about his breeze, and yesterday he breezed again. He's done 5 furlongs in 1 minute flat. So that's good news. The horse is doing extremely well. He likes the service at Belmont, compared to the previous race that he had. I think he stands a chance this time. He's going to be running against top horses, Mendelssohn and all the others, but the horse is doing extremely well. He's got a good chance. The trainer has so much confidence in him this time, and he said, if I win the Breeders' Cup with this horse, will you give me some of the top horses that you bought? So we will see. We'll talk about it. I told him, go and win the Breeders' Cup, and then we will decide what we're going to do. Yeah.
That sounds a good arrangement. Yeah. And last time in the Travers, did Chad say there was any reason for that? He just didn't like the track?
Well, he didn't like the track. Plus the horse, got all the mud in his face, so, backed up a bit. He played a bit, so didn't like the track at all. Yeah. And Travis is not an easy race to win. I mean, the 2 favorite finished behind. That's Good Magic and Gronkowski. But this time going to the Belmont is where he likes the track. Hoping that he'll come back and win for us. Yeah.
And they're going to go pretty fast on the lead, aren't they? Probably thunder, snow and diversify. It could just set up for your fellow.
Which is perfect for us, is what we need. You know, the pace at Travis wasn't strong. So this time if we go and there is a strong race, the horse love it, you know, and we think we might, you know, come and win or place. But winning is what we're hoping for, yeah.
Confidence,
Yeah.
I like that. Let's stay over in America at the moment, because you announced quite a big announcement, shocked a few people. You announced a few weeks ago that Dream Tree, your first Grade 1 winner, would be offered at the sale there in November, and I think that's a bit of a wrench for you, isn't it, that she's even going to be in the catalogue?
Well, that filly is very close to my heart. You know, since we announced it, and I've been getting so many messages from different people, you know, and different people with different opinions, you know, some saying, well, that's going to be your foundation, may keep her, you know, that's what you're trying to do. Some saying, okay, that's a good idea to sell her before you get her in fall. So it's a tough decision. However, we've made our mind, you know, to put her through the sale. Once we get to that stage, we will decide whether we go for it or we keep her with our as a broodmare.
Because she'll run in the Breeders' Cup Distaff first, that's the primary aim.
She, speaking to Bob about her, you know, he's not going to run her now. He said, you know, she doesn't need any other race. She's ready for the Distaff. So she's going to go straight to the Breeders' Cup, yeah.
She went very well last time. Have you noticed that she's sort of strengthened up for having that time off the track?
I didn't speak to Mike Smith after the race, you know, but the message that I got from Mike Smith saying this is a very powerful filly. She's a great filly. She's got a lot of speed. Definitely she's changed from last year. The break kind of helped her a lot as well. 7 months off, you know, it's a long time for a horse to come and win, considering that she had a tendon problem, and to come and, you know, and win it the way she's won it, that's an amazing filly, actually.
Yeah, she really is an amazing filly. And of course, you've been busy the last few weeks over at the sales over there. I think you bought 13 just from book one at Keeneland. You spent a lot of money.
Keeneland, for everyone, not just for us, is the sale that you want to attend for buying yearlings. You know, a lot of horses come from there and go and do extremely well. You know, 3,000 to 4,000 horses. Book one was very strong. We couldn't compete with the big players, of course, you know, but we managed to get some good horses. You know, got a nice colt by Medalio d'Oro, costing a lot of money. You know, it's a beautiful horse. You know, the plan is to take him to either Bob or one of the top trainers there, mostly Bob at the moment. We've got another Empire Maker costing us 1.350 thousand. Beautiful horse, that colt, 388, yeah. Beautiful horse. We loved him so much. By going and doing these purchases, we're preparing for 2020, the Derby, actually. This year we've got some good horses nominated for the Derby, but it's part of keeping our planning going on, you know, planning for the following year, every year. You know. That's why we went and decided to buy top quality horses from book one.
And you're already seeing a dividend from last year's Keeneland sale, because of course you bought Magic J there. You must have been delighted with that debut at Yarmouth.
Magic J, I changed his name just 1 week before the race. You know, he was called Winter Wuvilin or something like that. I can't even pronounce it myself. You know, and then the trainer Ed Vaughan, he says that's a good horse. That's going to be a great stallion in the future. So let's have a strong name for him. So we named him after the basketball player Magic Johnson. Used to play for the Lakers, you know, I kind of like the guy so much. I love the way he plays, you know, and we compared the two to be the same, so we named him after Magic Johnson, actually. Yeah.
Brilliant, and I know the trainer thinks an awful lot of him, Ed Vaughan. Where are you going to head with him next? Straight to group races?
Well, he's going to go to Group 1 straight, you know. He's targeting the Dewhurst, but we have to sit and decide. We've got Advertise there, you know, we try to find another race for him, you know. It's toward the end of the season, not too many races, but straight going to Group 1, yes.
Is that something that you and the investors are keen to do, where you can not run your horses against each other?
It's actually the team within Phoenix, not the investors, that we sit and decide not to run against each other yet. Okay. For fairness, we want to give each and every horse a bit of a chance. But if we compete among our horses, you know, it's very difficult. And we know we've got some good horses at the moment. So we want to give them the chance to go and win and not to place.
That makes a lot of sense. Just talk about a few more of the team over there in the UK. Kadar is one you're particularly excited about.
I love the horse. I named him Kadar, and it's an Arabic word which means fate. Yeah. So that's why we named him Kadar. He was bought from the Arcana breeds of sale, and the way he came and won the race on the other day, the first time he was out, it was an amazing run. He ran against a top horse ridden by Frankie Dettori the other time. Frankie was confident that his horse was going to win it. I got the message from the other jockeys, in the spa saying, I've got the best horse, I'm going to win. And then Kadar comes and changes it. I love his stride, the way he's done it, the way he won the race, and it was an amazing run.
Okay, and what's the plan for him?
The plan for him is to go for Group 1 as well. That's the horse that you want to target. He's more of a long-distance horse. He'll do a mile and quarter, a mile and 8, and that's the kind of horse we want to prepare for the Epsom Derby next year.
Okay, interesting. And a couple more. Deja is 2 from 3 for you. Peter Chapelheim's happy with him at the moment?
He's very happy with him. This is my first time to talk to Chapelheim. I've never spoken to him before, so I called him from the US after the horse won. I think he's done an amazing job with the colt. The colt has been out of racing for almost a year, and to come and win or run the same way he ran the other day, I think he's done an amazing job for it.
Okay, and Dubai Dominion, I thought ran a great race. You just ran into one, didn't you, at Doncaster in Sangarius?
I thought he was going to win the race, but he got beaten by a good horse, actually. We had the confidence that he would. Ocean Murphy, give him a good ride. The horse is improving all the time. This is a horse that costs us £140,000, which is not a lot, but he's doing extremely well at the moment. Trainer is very happy with the horse as well. He was picked up by the trainer himself, at the sale. Ocean Murphy, talking to him about the race, he said he nearly had the race. He will improve next time. He keeps getting better and better as we go forward, the horse.
Okay. And I know you're expanding as well in Australia. You could have a couple of runners in Guineas over there. Tavisan for Nick Price, one of them.
Tavisan, so far, he came and won the first time out there in Australia, then placed in a Group 2. He's now one of the best 3 years old in Australia. He's going for a Group 1 next weekend, actually. So it's nice to wake up in the morning and you have horses running in different group races all over the world. So it makes it difficult for us as well, to stay awake the whole night and watch all the races. Then we've got the 2 fillies, trained by David and Daiki. He's got Asharani and he's got Miss Quintley going for the Guineas.
Wow, so exciting times. And where do you feel, of all the jurisdictions you're involved in, is there one that you feel gives you a better return? Is there one that you enjoy being in the most?
In terms of prize money, definitely is the US and Australia. That's where you get good return in your investment. Also, if you've got a good horse in Australia, Australian market is very healthy. If you have a good horse, then people try to buy that horse. People try to buy the horse for a good amount of money, especially if they're good and fast. 2 years old in Australia, they sell for 30 million, and we've seen that. Coolmore buying the best stallions. And then you have now big farms like Equus trying to do the same. Newgate, they're all looking for good stallions. Australia, in terms of return, is extremely healthy market. Then the US prize money is also good. You can race all year round. Now, for prestige, for appreciation on the assets, the UK market is good that way. The prize money, we all know it is not good. But the appreciation of the horse is a good thing. If you win a good race, the value of the horse goes up. Yeah.
That's really interesting. You're probably
But
better
we're giving focus to all the 3 markets at the moment. So we're spreading our risk, between America, Australia, Europe, and the UK. So the focus is on not just one market, but all markets. Yeah.
And you're also expanding here in the UAE. I think when we first spoke to you, you just had 1 horse here, but you've got, let's start with Ali Rasharahi. You've got 3 with him now, including Endless Gold that he just bought a couple of days ago at sale.
UAE is our basically base, and we wanted to grow our business here. We wanted to come and compete on a carnival level. We wanted to be part of the whole community. So that's why we increased the number of horses. You know. We bought 2 years old. We're still looking at buying 3 years old, 4 years old that will be suited for the Dubai World Cup. Hopefully, if Gronkowski goes and win the Breeders' Cup, then that's the sort of horse we want to bring for the Dubai World Cup. But also, we're always looking for good horses to bring them here for the Carnival and for the Dubai World Cup night. Yeah.
Okay, that's really good to hear. And you've also taken on a new trainer here. Ahmed bin Harmash has got 10 two-year-olds for you?
Ahmed bin Harmash has got 10. I like the guy so much. He makes me laugh all the time. You know, he's a good trainer as well. So he's got 10 for us, you know, that he himself selected from the sale when we were there in America. And they're not racing on the Phoenix Thoroughbred at the moment, but there is another syndication that we've created. It's all the ladies getting together from the office, outside the office, and forming a Phoenix Ladies Syndicate. And the horses will be running under that name, yeah.
And that's a totally different concept. You say it's more of a social thing?
It's more of a social thing, and it's only the ladies, you know, it's only open for ladies, and the ladies will run it, you know, they're running it. However, we help in selecting the horses, yes, but we don't interfere in their operation, you know, they run it completely. Pam, the lady that you've met the other day, you know, she's in charge of that syndication. And it's another way of marketing our fund, basically, among ladies. We're not only targeting high net worth individual or financial institution for Phoenix Fund or Phoenix Thoroughbred, but we also wanted to create another syndication. And I think syndication in this part of the world has a better chance than people investing into a fund.
Have they decided on any silks yet? Any colours?
It's orange and white, the opposite of our colour. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with diamonds in it, you know.
Very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And before I let you go, are you happy? I mean, you've come from, if you don't mind me saying, nowhere in a couple of years, 185 horses roughly, grade ones, group ones, and you're inside the world's top owners on the thoroughbred rankings. It's been a good few years.
I'm very happy, to be honest with you. I couldn't be happier than this, you know, and it's nice. And we want to keep it that way. We want to keep it rolling, and that's why we're all the time, you know, looking for good quality horses to add to our rosters, you know. That's why we're focusing on buying horses privately at the moment. You know, a lot of our horses that came and ran for us that were bought privately, our target is to do 40-60%, 60 from the sales and 40% privately. So we are going and targeting horses that kind of performed at the racetrack, run their first race or finish first or second, and acquire them and add them to the list.
You find that's less of a risk than buying yearlings?
Well, at least, you know, they can run, you know, compared to the yearlings that you buy. You know, sometimes, you know, it takes a longer time. Sometimes they might run, they might not run. But when you see something running and winning and you know they can run, that's less risky, to be honest.